Hello and welcome to another episode of the James Granström podcast Super Soul Model series. Today's show is about 12 ways in which to have the best year of your life. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Everything on this show is designed to help uplift you and inspire you so you can tune and tap into your natural state of well-being. Today's show is not about New Year's resolutions and setting goals at the beginning of the new year. Let's just talk about that really quickly. Most people set goals and they don't always achieve them. The reason why we have resolutions is because we start a new year. We have what is known as a new beginning. And you think that the slate is wiped clean. But knowing the law of attraction brings that which you had before. Which means that which you are vibrating is that which you are getting more of, or that which you are resonating or sending out or emotionally outputting into the world is what you're getting more of. So whatever you were feeling at the end of the last year is what you're going to be feeling now. Yes, we've started a new year. Yes, the numbers have changed on the calendar and it is now January 2021. But it doesn't matter where you listen to this video, these rules will still apply. If you're listening to it in August or in any other month, it doesn't matter. These rules will still apply to have the best year of your life because these qualities are timeless when you implement them in your daily life. Now, I used to set New Year's resolutions and a goal to make X amount of money and to have this experience and to travel here and to travel there. But what I found is that yes, these are something that I want, but these rules, these 12 ways in which to live, these rules of life that I like to call them, really help make my life and my daily life a much more enjoyable place to live. And when you're living from this understanding, your life is going to just take off as it did for me. You know, there's so many things in my life that were not in order. So I started implementing little things and it took a little while before the ball started to get rolling. But these principles here that I'm going to share with you today have influenced and shaped my life, and they will for you once you begin to implement them and try them in your daily life. The first one on my list is to be kinder to yourself. Now, being kind to yourself is often very difficult, and the reason being is because we are our own worst critic. There's that part of your brain that wants to keep you small and doubt yourself and not want you to take any risks. It wants to keep you safe. A lot of people call it the ego. Either way, that little monkey mind, that little chatty mind in the back of your mind, everybody has, and it's always trying to keep you small, keep you safe, and keep you unexposed. Now, what makes this particular difference, being kinder to yourself, is that when challenges occur and when you muck up, when there's a failure that happens, and inevitably you're going to experience failure, and you want to experience failure because you need to know how not to do something to get to know how to do something. But the question is, how quickly can you get up and dust yourself off? And when you're being kinder to yourself in your thoughts and in your words and in your deeds, your natural energy and your natural state of well-being is going to shoot right up. So number one is be kinder to yourself. And when you're kind to yourself, your life will begin to operate at a higher frequency than it did before. It's really hard, but you have to practice it. And it's hard to get going because you may have already been beating yourself or berating yourself up for the little things that you do. Maybe it's the way you cleaned a plate, or maybe it's the way you didn't finish an article the way you wanted it to do. Maybe it's the way that your hair is out of place today. Whatever it may be for you, be gentle with yourself, be kinder to yourself, and notice as a result, what will happen is you'll feel better about yourself and you'll feel better about your environment. And when that feels better, when your emotions begin to feel better, your emotional output and what happens in your world begins to morph and change to your new feelings. So you'll know you've come a long way once you've stopped berating yourself and beating yourself up for the little small things. Be kind to yourself and notice what happens as a result. Number 2, plan but allow space for spontaneity. Now, in a world where there are still restrictions about COVID and what you can do and what you can't do, plan what you can. Plan what you can, but leave space in your calendar for spontaneity, for fun. Because if your whole life is mapped out, then what you're doing is you're saying that there is no life to come through in between. Meaning that if your whole life is planned out, this is what you're going to do for January, February, March. Maybe it's your business that you're trying to plan that this must happen here and that must happen there. Make plans, but also leave space for fun, leave space for the unimaginable, leave space for like spontaneous moments, leave space in your travel plans if you are able to have travel plans, leave gaps in your calendar so you can have weekends, so you've got fun where anything is possible. Because if you knew everything you were going to do the whole time, life would be incredibly boring. What we need is to have some structure, but we also need some, which is left brain, and then you also need what I call the right brain, which is the spontaneity for flow. So you need structure and flow. And when you allow space for spontaneity, your life's going to be a lot more fun. You're going to enjoy yourself a lot more. And then you can prepare for unexpected goodies to come your way, because it's almost as if you told the universe, I'm creating a bit of space here in my calendar so that you can bring me fun and bring my family fun or my partner fun or whatever. So you've got that cultivation of energy to be able to create a lot more fun and play and lightheartedness into your life. Number 3, go for more walks. Get outside into nature. Commune with nature. Look at nature's beauty. Get outside into nature. Look at the trees. Smell the flowers. Look at the birds. Look at all the beautiful animals. But most of all, feed your soul. Because when you're feeding your soul all the beauty of nature, when you're getting outside, getting some fresh air into your lungs, you start to get a new perspective. And this helps raise your vibe. This helps freshens out the cobwebs. You know, this helps really you get back in tune with who you really are. You are a part of nature. You're an extension of nature. And spending time with Mother Nature is going to feed your soul and is going to help you improve the quality of your life as you begin to witness and observe the beauty that surrounds us all. Let it be a personal experience. Let it be an opportunity where you're just resetting yourself each time you're going out into nature. I thrive out of being in nature, whether it's in the mountains, the hills, the beach, the parks, whatever it may be. Just spending a little time communing with nature works miracles for helping you feel, number one, a lot more peaceful and a lot more relaxed, but helping you come back with a fresher sense of perspective about whatever activity you're about to embark on next. Spend a lot more time in nature. That's number 3. Number 4, start getting creative. Why not start an art project? Why not start playing a new instrument? And if you already play an instrument, pick it up more regularly. Play it every day for about 10-15 minutes. Any time that you're doing any creative endeavor or having a creative pursuit, you're going to feel soul satisfied. Satisfaction comes from within. When you are enjoying being creative, when you are following your own heart and your own creative pursuits just for the fun of it, just for making art for the fun of it, just for playing an instrument or making music for the fun of it, or building or creating something with your hands, whatever it may be, any creative pursuit is worthy of your love and attention and focus. When you are more creative, it's a fact that you're going to be a lot more satisfied. Find ways in which you can have a creative outlet in life and follow your creative pursuits, whatever they may be for you, because you're going to be satisfied. And as you do, once again, your energy is going to rise and you're going to feel great. A lot of people just wait until certain moments to get creative. Be creative a little bit every day. 5-10 minutes is a way to just get that habit rolling in your life. You're going to feel a lot more satisfied and you're going to feel a lot more pleased with yourself, and you're going to feel a lot more lighter as you get out into the world and mix it up with different people. People are fascinated by other people who have got other skills, talents and abilities which are creative, because you never know, we can help each other best through our creativity, and that creativity needs to be exercised in order for you to feel greater satisfaction. So find something that lights you up and try it every single day. Maybe it's playing the guitar, whatever it is for you. Find your creative outlet and use it. Number 5, be more active and less reactive. When bad things happen and you're reactive and you're challenged, what you need to do is realize that somehow, in some way, you have been a part of that experience, part of that drama. What you need to do is learn to become consciously creative of what it is that you want and go after what it is that you want. Reacting in life is what you're taught in drama school. So become active and not reactive, and become someone who's a conscious creator rather than a reactor to all the drama that's going on. And there's always plenty of drama that's going on. But the key thing is not to be attached to the drama going on, because that creates more of a victim mentality, which will never help you tap into your true natural well-being. Number 6, commit to a goal, commit to something, whether it's a relationship or a project, or in my case, it was a podcast. I've committed to doing one podcast a week on Thursdays until further notice. Why? Because when I commit to this, I realize that this is me holding myself accountable, because me sharing the information and me sharing the knowledge and wisdom and experience that I have has an opportunity to help and uplift other people to do exactly the same, and give them permission to do exactly the same. When you start something, no matter how small, it creates momentum, and momentum is the power that will help you improve the quality of your life. When you create positive momentum by committing to something, maybe it's something every day, what will happen is that will create positive momentum in your life. So whatever it is that lights you up, maybe it's a creative project, maybe it's a new job you're going after, maybe it's a new relationship you want to attract, maybe it's a new, you want to lose X amount of pounds or X amount of kilograms in your weight. Whatever it is, recognize what your dream is and work towards it a little bit every single day. And if you can take little actions and commit to it every single day, what's going to happen is that's going to create positive momentum, and boom, before you know it, your life will begin to morph and change, and your identity will begin to change because of the new actions that you're taking, because you're committed. When you commit, what that means is you're saying to the universe, this is what I want, and this is what I'm prepared to do, and this is the actions that I'm prepared to take towards it. The universe will move with you 1,000 steps as you just take the one. So take each step, no matter how small, no matter how infinitesimally small it may seem, do it. Send that email, walk in that direction, take that action, write that email, make that post on Instagram, whatever it is, do it. And notice that in time, the universe will meet you halfway. Number 7, be more appreciative. Appreciation is the key to life. If there was nothing else that you needed to know, it would be just live life appreciating what you have. And as you appreciate what you have, the quality of your life will begin to grow. When you notice what's working, things just get better, because the better it gets, the better it gets. And the worse it gets, the worse it gets. So you need to focus on what's working, what you're appreciating, and notice that the quality of your life and the quality of your energy will begin to rise. You will have more of a vigor, you'll feel more energized, you'll feel better about life, all because of the way you focused in that pilot in your mind. You've got into the driving seat and saying, I'm going to focus on the best. I'm going to focus on what I can appreciate. I'm going to focus on what's working in my life. I'm going to focus on what I like. Because when you focus on what's working, and when you focus on what you're appreciating, when you're focusing on what's coming to you that you're appreciating and liking, you're going to get more to appreciate, because the universe loves to give you more of what you focus on. So become an appreciator and watch how your life will change as a result of your newfound appreciation for everything. Now, this leads me very nicely into number 8. Make no room for complaining and make no room for negativity. If you allow room for negativity and you allow room for complaint in your life, boom, expect your energy to dip. In fact, expect your lucky magnet to dip. And the reason being is because when you are complaining, what's going to happen is you're cutting yourself off from all your dreams, from all your goals, from all the things that you want, because that is not on the same vibe as your goals. When you want something, it's for one reason only, because you're going to feel better in the having of it. And when you commit to something that you really want, you need to get on the same vibe of it, which means you need to feel good. And usually you're not there yet. For most of the time you're on a journey, you're never there. So when you're happy and on your way, what's going to happen is that the end result is going to be extremely happy and satisfying. But when you're unhappy on your journey the whole way, when you get to that destination of whatever it is, maybe it's X amount of money or a relationship or whatever it is, unless you're happy on your way, that end result is not going to be as satisfying as you want it to be. So make no room for complaint and make no room for negativity. And that also means hanging around people who bring you up rather than down, because when you hang around people who are uplifting and when you hang around people who are positive, optimistic, who've got your back, who are looking for the best for you, and vice versa, you're going to help each other out. But when you're hanging around people who are negative and who are complaining, are always playing the ain't it awful game, oh, isn't this terrible, did you see the news, oh, look at that, that's just, you don't want to, you see that, notice it for what it is, bless them, turn away and focus on what's working for you, and start to hang around people who are uplifting. I've managed to do this in my life a long time ago, and I've noticed that the people that come into my life now are far more uplifting than not. And when I notice that something's happening in my life that where someone's like a bit negative, I know that I've been thinking and focusing in a negative direction. I'm like, whoa, that's feedback from my negativity. So I'm like, whoa, you've got to relax, you've got to reset and retune my dial about what it is that I want and what I can focus on that's uplifting and positive. Because I need to feed myself high energy thoughts, good feeling thoughts, positive thoughts, to be able to tune in to life and plug myself into this natural state of well-being, which we can all tune into. But it takes reduction in negativity and absolutely zero complaint. Try it for a day or two. See if you can go a whole day or two without complaining about one thing, and let that be a wonderful task you can play with yourself. And then when you notice any negativity, just try and, stay clear of it and start moving towards things that are uplifting and positive. One of these things is these podcasts are very uplifting and positive, and the reason being is because I want to help you tune into your natural state of well-being. So when in doubt, come back and check out another show. The key thing is that when you starve yourself of negativity and you make no room for it, your natural energy is just going to rise and you're going to feel great as a result of it. And your life is going to improve, and little things will begin to unfold for you, and the universe will bring you goodies. And it will bring you goodies because you're now on this wonderful, uplifting, positive frequency. Number 9, spend time in silence. Spending time in silence is sacred. When I began to spend some time in silence years ago, and I've made it a daily practice, it's just amazing what begins to happen to your energy, what happens to your nervous system. You feel much calmer, you feel much more harmonious, just spending a little time listening to the birds, maybe spending time just staring at a candle. So practice silence in your life and notice how much more peaceful and harmonious and calm you feel as a result. So cultivate that silence, being still and relaxed, and notice that the quality of your life this year will begin to improve as a result. You've got to be consistent in it to really enjoy. Most people go on holiday for 2 weeks because they want space in their life. But when you go and make room for silence in your life on a day-to-day basis, it's like you're going on holiday for a few minutes every single day. Because what happens is you begin to feel uplifted, you begin to feel calm, you begin to feel peaceful, and you begin to receive good ideas, and just your natural energy shoots right back up and you feel good again. Make time and space for silence and stillness in your life, and your life will morph and you'll have a fantastic year as a result. Number 10, read more books, read more inspiring books. When you read and when you learn new information, and maybe it's learning a new skill and creating a new hobby, whatever it may be, we need to learn, we need to grow. So read more books, read more uplifting books, read biographies of people who inspire you. And when you do that, you're feeding your mind much more information that's going to help you, number 1, believe in possibility. Number 2, give you hope. Number 3, give you some sort of level of excitement, hopefully. And maybe give you a level of bit of ignited passion. What we need back in our life is passion. What we need back in our life, particularly after the year of COVID, is some sort of excitement, is some new energy. We need some fresh new energy. And in order to do that, maybe it might be reading a wonderful new book, and keep feeding your mind interesting information that uplifts you, that excites you, that fuels your soul, that ignites a little passion again. What you need is that. And when you do, your year will be improved, and make it a weekly habit that you've always got a book on the go. Number 11, make a commitment to try something new, which might mean something like this. Every month for me, I'm always like, I'm going to try some sort of new food. I'm going to try and go to a new place if I can. Maybe it's a new location to go for a walk. Maybe it's someone new to speak to on the phone. Maybe it's a new friend to hang out with. Maybe it's, whatever it is, always try to bring something new into your environment and make it a habit to always bring new things into your environment, little by little. Because when you make room for the new and when you start wanting to try new things, the universe will expose you to much more life. So make room for the new, find new things to enjoy, find new things to eat, find new people to connect with and speak with, and just allow the new in your life to cultivate and bring you more energy. If you keep on doing the same old, you can keep getting the same old results. So create the new, try new things, go for it. And notice that you're going to feel so much better and more energized by having exposed yourself to more new things, whether it be food, clothes, colors, paintings, galleries, whatever it might be for you. So try something new, try mixing it up and see what happens. That is exciting, and that's a good place to live from, and go for it. And number 12, say yes when you mean yes, because it lights you up and you're like, yeah, I want to do that. And no when you mean no. No is the word what I call self-care. When you say no and you mean it, it means that you respect yourself. When you say no and you mean it, it means that you're like saying, hey guys, I'm sorry, this is not for me. And in doing so, you've given yourself self-care, self-appreciation, and self-respect and self-approval. This increases the quality of your life. It increases your self-esteem. It increases your self-worth. That has knock-on effects which can improve the financial income that you'll have as a result if you go deeper into the psyche. So when you believe in yourself, when you care about yourself, when you cultivate yes when you mean yes and you're authentic, and no when you mean no, you're authentic, what that means is you have a high level of self-esteem. A lot of people don't have a high level of self-esteem because they believe they're not worthy enough. That's because they're constantly seeking approval from other people and wanting to have acknowledgement from other people. We all want that to a certain extent. However, make room in your life, make room in your vocabulary to say no when you mean it, because what you're doing is you're sending out the signals to the universe to say, hey, I care about myself and I approve of myself enough to say that is not for me. That experience or that event is not for me. And when you do, the universe will go, I will send that to you again just to make sure that that's absolutely what you mean. And then when you do it again, it's solidified. What you need to do is to make sure you're authentic in all your relationships and in your life and how you live it. And when you mean yes and when you mean no, and you follow those words, what that means is you have a level of discernment that is priceless, which improves your personal self-worth, which improves your self-deservability, and will improve every other aspect of your life because you have that level of self-approval, self-appreciation. Before, you may have wanting to get approval from other people, maybe it's your parents, or maybe it's your teachers, or maybe it's your peers. But now it's your own self-approval, and that is the one that counts. Because when you care about yourself, and when you care about what you will and won't do, then your life will begin to morph and shape in new ways you can't even imagine. Stop trying to please people and start beginning to please yourself. But do it in a way where you're authentic. Do it in a way where you're being honest and open in your communication about yes and no when you mean no. When you have this level of discernment and you move through life like this, you have this barometer where you become a force of good, you become a force of light. Your natural energy will be sky high because you have that level of self-respect. Self-respect has to start with you. That's why it's called self-respect. And if you're wanting respect from other people, start respecting yourself first. And you do so by being authentic, open, and honest in your communication when you say yes and when you say no and you mean it. Anyway, I've hoped you enjoyed the show. I hope there have been some incredible things here for you that can morph your life and change it to make it your best year yet. 2021 is going to be a great year, and it's going to be a great year when you start incorporating some of these 12 rules that will improve your quality of your daily life. Now, don't try to make it all happen all at once, but just start to implement them little by little and notice how the quality of your life will begin to change as a result. A lot of these things that I've implemented have taken a lot of time. Don't expect to just do it all in one go, but do begin to implement these things and notice how the quality of your life and your natural state of well-being will rise. You'll be sky high in confidence. You'll be sky high in feeling good. You'll be sky high in feeling a sense of increased level of energy, but most of all, you'll be happier. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you like it, please give it a like. Please give it a thumbs up. And as always, I wish you green lights all the way.